You're listening to ARTCAST from our studio in Sofia, Bulgaria. You're listening to ARTCAST from our studio in Sofia, Bulgaria.
Hello dear listeners, I'm Angie and I will be your host in this second part of our podcast about hate speech. In the last episode, we have spoken about the difference between hate speech and freedom of speech and listened to what young people around Sofia think about this matter. Before going on with our episode, let me just synthesize the last one. Freedom of speech is a right, but with every right comes a responsibility. Words are powerful arms, however, we cannot use our power to hurt another human being on purpose. And people, yes, they can hate other people for many reasons, for color, shape, status, religion, their sexual preferences, but still we are and we should be responsible for one another, and we should learn to respect, understand and accept others if we want to create the world we deserve, a world without violence, without victims and without hate speech. Today we will discuss this topic with some of our volunteers.
You're listening to ARTCAST from our studio in Sofia, Bulgaria.
Wewe ndiye wangu wa milele, niliyemchagua kati ya wale wengi. Nataka tufunge pingu za maisha, kwa hiyo wote wajue kamwe sikuachi. Ingawa wanasema eti unifai, mimi sijali, naona wazushi hata wakisema eti unifai. Mimi sijali, masikio nimeziba, watasema usiku watalala, watasema mwishoni watachoka. Mimi sibadiliki,
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the music and feel now ready for the core of our episode. I'm here with some of our volunteers from the Open Space Foundation. They all come from different countries and have had different opinions and experiences in their life. So, here comes the question. What do you guys think about the hate speech? Well, Stina, what do you think about that, girl?
Hello. So, my definition of hate speech, and hate speech to me is something very, very old, very ancient, and I studied political science, and therefore I see many examples of hate speech in the history of the world. One example is in the Encyclopedia of the American Constitution by John Knockleby. Hate speech is the burning of crosses by Ku Klux Klan directed to racial or religious minorities, calls that threaten violence against women and so on, a harassment of interracial couples due to race, etc. And all of these facts make me think that hate speech is a form of discrimination due to the fact that you're either different or that you just decided to be yourself. My personal definition of hate speech, however, is that hate speech can be anything negative that is said only because the person or group belongs to a different race, gender, or individuality, political convictions, and that one practices. So the world is full of different people, and sometimes I think to myself that many of the existing that there are a lot of people existing in our time and they cannot be perceived or understood properly. Society is sophisticated, and although it remains a lot of mysteries to me, I know that the world is colorful and there should be room for everybody, and I think that no one should feel unnecessary in this world. No one should be threatened of for having a different opinion or just simply for being different. To be yourself nowadays, however, requires a lot of courage and self-confidence. I would give advice to everyone as far as I can do it. Be yourself, be the best version of yourself, be stubborn, be just always be with your head raised. The possibility to have someone who doesn't like you is big, but don't forget that the feeling of hatred is mostly caused by envy. If someone envies you, then they find you something more, and he just wants to have what you have, but he can't dare to have it. So nobody is born bad, but there are many stereotypes and in our society, and I guess it's just best to be yourself. That is all that I have to say about it.
Yeah, and about stereotypes, do you know what an old man told me in London? It was about like this, go back to Ireland! And I am even not Irish, I am probably Italian one, I'm only ginger. So about stereotypes, that's the point.
It is true. They can be very deceiving sometimes.
Yeah, well, miss, I'm not Irish. Now we are asking about the situation in Bulgaria, as I told you before, and we are asking Radi.
Yes, so the situation in Bulgaria is the following. Hate speech definitely is a big problem in the country. You can basically see it anywhere, starting from the internet, like somebody commenting something on somebody else's photo on Facebook. This could be considered hate speech. Or we could see it on the street, in schools, just like in most places. However, I believe that the main problem in the country is that we don't have a law against it. Having read a little bit about it, I know that in many countries there are laws and it is strictly forbidden. Just like some examples for such countries, there is you said Poland, which Flora was talking about. But here, unfortunately, we do not have any laws, and that makes it acceptable. Just like it's not forbidden, but it still is a problem. So that's what I believe the situation is, and everybody does it just because it's basically it's all right to do it. It turns out it's all right as there is no law. So yeah, it does exist and it is a problem, and there are some some campaigns against it. There are some things being organized, but I don't think that there has been like any strong influence against it still to this day, and I believe it's a very important issue.
Yes, I can relate to the question. Before moving out from the argument, we can... okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, I can relate to the argument about the situation here, because for me it's quite the same. But before moving on to the next question, I would like to present you some of our music selection for this podcast, and there we go. Enjoy it.
This is AY from Tanzania, Morris Carrier and Hemdi from Uganda. It's a dedication to all Africans living in poverty.
Sombe mambo yaribike, pesa usishike mfano mtu pukutike. Utaonekana si lolote si chochote, utaonekana karaa kwa watu siku zote. Walimwengu hawatakupa mkono, magonjwa takuvuta ndani shimo. Utakata tamaa, utandamwa na balaa, pumzi tovuta kwa raha, kwa lusombeko why. Survive for fitness, never trust nobody, this word of witness. Watakukana hata kama ndugu zako, watadiriki sema hawajui hutokako. Mama chakulia, hali onani majaribu tu ya dunia. Ipo siku mambo yako tatulia, utaweza takusau ya zamani lopitia. Hii dunia
Bagalalina Kendo kole. You should think about tomorrow, not only today. Bagalalina Kendo kole. Oh, kendo kole. Hey,
wapo wapi marafiki loko nao, enzi zile pesa mekutembelea, awapo tena nawe wamekukimbia. Sasa uko liko tayara na kukandia, mke wako naye nataka taraka, anasema maisha nawe meshachoka, anataka rudi kule kwao likotoka, sababu maisha nayo ishi nawe meshachoka. Ada ya watoto jalipia, kodi ya chumba nayo nadaiwa, unazidi changanyikiwa, hata unajuta kwa nini ulizaliwa. Piga moyo konde, maisha uyashinde, bado safari ndefu yenye miba na mabonde. Choke kinyongo hata kama likutupa, remain strong, be strong to be jealous, that's all.
Bagalalina Kendo kole. You should think about tomorrow, not only today. Bagalalina Kendo kole. Oh, kendo kole. Binadamu sio watu, ukiwa na shida utawaona. Ona sasa wamekimbia, oh. Ona sasa wamekimbia. Bagalalina Kendo kole. You should think about tomorrow, not only today. Bagalalina Kendo kole.
You're listening to ARTCAST from our studio in Sofia, Bulgaria.
Kendo kole. Oh, Bagalalina Kendo kole. You should think about tomorrow, not only today. Bagalalina Kendo kole. Oh, yeah, kendo kole. Binadamu sio watu,
ni kweli atakupenda ukiwa na kitu tu,
ukiwa na shida utawaona.
watakujali vipi ukiwa na shida ndugu yangu.
Ona sasa wamekimbia.
Kali, Rashid,
Ona sasa wamekimbia.
ECT, Master J.
Ona sasa wamekimbia.
Maisha yanapanda mbili, usife moyo, zingatia,
Ona sasa
sikia,
wamekimbia.
siku zote ndio yanavyotokea.
nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Naomba unipende kama nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Hivi ndivyo mimi nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Hivi ndivyo mimi nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Wasiwasi juu ya maisha kabwela misina hira, nilivyo taiti sasa nahisi utanikimbia. Leo nacho kesho sina, Mola alonipangia. Ushakula ng'ombe mzima basi mkia malisia, nuru yangu gizani tundani lilozoea. Wendo wangu Mrs. Kenyatta utanionea. Oh why, oh baby, oh baby girl, my baby girl, oh. Naomba unipende kama nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Naomba unipende kama nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Hivi ndivyo mimi nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Hivi ndivyo mimi nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Sometimes inapiga debe na mwaga zege, yote nafanya jwa koso nikanywe bege. Sometimes inapiga debe na mwaga zege, oh, oh. Yote nafanya jwa koso nikanywe bege. Every day Kampala, shafika Nairobi, shakwenda nangaika na dunia, ila Mola janipa nawe uwe na huruma mama, nawe uwe na huruma baby, nawe uwe na huruma baby. Naomba unipende kama nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Naomba unipende kama nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Hivi ndivyo mimi nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Hivi ndivyo mimi nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Nalilia mapenzi yako Sara, nalilia furaha yako mami, nalilia mapenzi yako Sara, nalilia furaha yako baby. Tabu na njaa yote vinanishambulia, cheki nilivyopungua mimi nashambuliwa. Wivu na misukosuko vinanishambulia, mimsela mama, kabwela baby, wow wow wow. Endapo kiniacha mkanikimbia ni sana chezea maisha yangu. Sasa wimbo mzuri baby na kuimbia, hiyo yote ulitunze penzi langu. Endapo kiniacha mkanikimbia ni sana chezea maisha yangu. Sasa wimbo mzuri baby na kuimbia, hiyo yote ulitunze penzi langu. Naomba unipende kama nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Naomba unipende kama nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Hivi ndivyo mimi nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Hivi ndivyo mimi nilivyo mimsera, usiniache. Cherry man, Kama Call Production, Castle Mbohali, Marco Charlie. Oh, baby.
You're listening to ARTCAST from our studio in Sofia, Bulgaria.
Naomba unipende kama nilivyo mimsera, naomba unipende kama nilivyo mimsera. Hivi ndivyo mimi nilivyo mimsera, hivi ndivyo mimi nilivyo mimsera.
And after the music stop, we are back to our questions and discussion. And the one question I want to ask you is, in your opinion, which is the best way to stop hate speech? How would you do that? Radi?
Well, when hate crime occurs or a hate group rallies, good people often feel helpless. Some of the best ways to stop hate speech, which I propose, are to always act or do something. It must be countered with acts of goodness. Sitting home with your virtue does no good. In the face of hate, silence is deadly. Apathy will be interpreted as acceptance by the perpetrators, the public, and worse, the victims. If left unchallenged, hate persists and grows. That's the first way. Something else I would recommend is to learn to tolerate it. As weird as it may sound, bias is learned early, usually at home. But children from different cultures can be influenced by school programs and curriculum. Target youth who may be tempted by skinheads or other hate groups. So, in order to stop it, we need to first learn to tolerate it in order to combat it. Hate is an attack on community's health, and hate tears society along racial, ethnic, gender, and religious lines. Hate crimes, more than any other crime, can trigger community conflict. And therefore, I believe the true patriots fight hate. However, if we don't tolerate it first, there is no way we can understand it. I would also recommend uniting your friends, your co-workers, because the bigger the group is, the more effective the movement will be. So if you were to organize a group of churches, schools, clubs, and whatever, it will be way easier to beat it. And the last thing I could recommend is to support the victims of hate speech, because there are many. Even myself, I have encountered hate speech in my day-to-day life, even now when I was younger as well. But hate crime victims are especially vulnerable, fearful, and can be alone. They can feel alone because usually nobody lets them know that they care and what you should do. And what my advice would be is to let them know that you care and support them, comfort them, and if you are a victim yourself, just report every incident and ask for help. And that's pretty much what I have to say about it.
Yeah, ask for help. Don't blame yourself.
Exactly.
If you're a victim, if you became a victim, first thing to do is ask.
It's never your fault.
It's
not
never
your fault.
Yes. We will come back to the matter after with another question, but now I would like to hear Pam's opinion.
I think stopping the hate speech isn't easy, but for example, we can all try to be more polite, more calm, more understanding, and to try not to judge quickly. If you try to be a better person and to find your inner peace, you will never have the impulse in yourself to express hate speech. If you see something new, different, something that you don't understand or like, try to find more information so you can explain it to yourself or know it better before you judge or hate it. And if you still don't like it or it is bothering you somehow, just don't communicate with the person or the source. Another way is to try to count to 10 before you say something bad to another person, because you know this is something that can hurt him. You can hurt someone with your words. Another situation is if you are a witness of hate speech, then a way to stop it is just to react and intervene, to try to calm down the situation and to say a few good and wise words, to say that hate speech is not the right way to express yourself, and we have to be more polite to each other.
Yeah, step up. If you face a situation you don't like, a situation about hate
Yes.
in
You have
your
to-
life, you have to step up for it.
You have to say something.
Yeah, absolutely. And yes, we touched lots of things now, and I would like just to go in deep a little bit if you want to answer me. Yes, I would like to ask you that one other question. Do you think skin color is the main reason for hate speech, or we got other reason, just like sexual orientation, for example, or simple gender? Is it gender, sexual orientation, other causes for hate?
Yes. I think that some people, when they don't understand something or see something new or just different, they react skeptical or sometimes negative. This is the connection to the hate speech, because the most common reasons are, like you said, skin color, religion, gender, and sexual orientations, and many more. They can be something different from who you are, and can be something that you don't understand. I think that the reason why some people express hate is because for them, different means bad, which is completely wrong. People with different skin color can be friends and families. People with different religions can express the same love and faith. Gender equality means that men and women can be equal in the work field or in the family or generally in the world. And the sexual orientation is just personal choice. I think that nowadays we don't have such a big problem with those things such as before 20 or 50 or 100 years ago, when we all know the history and we know that in the past, if you are different, you are abused, you are a victim of hate speech, and you are kicked out of the society. Now, today, I think that there is a bigger tolerance and understanding between people, and we are all equal.
Yeah, they don't burn the witches anymore, but still we
Yes,
have
yes.
a long way to run. And about this topic, yes, I would like to just put in my opinion, and they will come after the music, I believe.
Okay.
Kazi yangu ya dukani mimi naona inaripa, nikizingatia sitaweza filisika. Baba kabla ya kufa alinipa usia, mwanangu, kazi ya kufanya, fungua duka, fungua duka, na ukizingatia utaweza filisika. Sasa wanakijiji wamepanga wanitimue, jamani ndugu zangu, nipeni ushauri wa bure, niache kuuza duka unifuge nguruwe. Hiyo haiwezekani, hiyo ni tofauti tambi na mboga majani. Kama wana muziki ondo na malijani, yote mimi najua, sababu demwa fulani yeye akija kwangu dukani analeta sana matani. Yote najua, sababu demwa fulani yeye analeta sana matani. Anajiona yeye ndo bora, mali hazina thamani, kumbe ana lolote, anataka kunilagai. Maidogo mafi mipise labu, yani namaanisha upendo na amani. Kaka mkanye mkeo atalala kwenye majani. Kazi ya dukani mie naona inaniweka matata. Kazi yangu ya dukani, naniweka matatani. Kazi yangu ya dukani, naniweka matatani. Wanaonirudisha nyuma wengi wao majani. nishafilisika na hivi sasa nimeshachoka, hivi sasa nimeshachoka. Zege na beba kokoteni na sukuma, debe na piga shamba la mtu na lima. Yamenijaa moyoni nashindwa hata kusema, ningekuwa nyoka sumu ningezitema. Marafiki wameshiriki kunifilisi, mpaka sasa wote mimi nawaona nusu. Wameleta mikosi juu ya mikosi, na kazi yangu ya dukani imeniweka matata. Nikikumbuka mimi napatwa na simanzi, maumivu ya moyo hayapoi kwa ganzi. Kazi yangu ya dukani naniweka matatani. Kazi yangu ya dukani naniweka matatani. Wanaonirudisha nyuma wengi wao majirani, majirani. Wanaonirudisha nyuma wengi wao majirani. Yap. Producer Walter, hii ni sauti ya mwanao yule dogo Mfaume. Angalia hao watakufilisi, wasikope, kimbiza hao. Aluna Moshi Boba, professional players. Wapi Juma Nyoso? Na ya nini utumbo utupwe wakati wenyewe tu aliandizi? Producer, maneno yako hayo. Mkurugenzi Peter Ikumi Lodge, Pasig Street. Wapi Mzia? Ali Steve. Wapi Bati ya Meji? Wapi Hamisi Kirusi? Ngadu katoka baharini kaja nchi kavu, ngadu katoka baharini kaja nchi kavu. Nasema ngadu samaki, samaki. Ngadu naye samaki, samaki. Wanaona haya wamefanywa vibaya, wanaona haya wamefanywa vibaya, wanaona haya wamefanywa vibaya, wanaona haya wamefanywa vibaya. Hao wachekeni, hao wazomeni, hao wachekeni, hao wazomeni. Yasini mzee wa Mayusti, Magomeni Mapipa. Wapi mzee?
You're listening to ARTCAST from our studio in Sofia, Bulgaria.
In this podcast, you have heard a lot of different opinions, point of view, sides and interpretation on the subject of hate speech. Regardless if you're a victim, a witness, or you're just against the verbal abuse of people, hate speech is a problem among our society that we shouldn't ignore. Taking an action and change it is in our hands. We should never underestimate the power of words and what effect they might have on someone. So, we should use our own power to support, understand and help, to change what we see that is not right. And using hate speech, offending someone, hating someone with words is something that is not right, no matter what the cause is. Expressing yourself is always important. Of course it is, but we should pay attention on the way we do it. Don't forget that sometimes the way you defend your opinion, position and point of view can offend the person next to you. Be careful when you're using the power of words. Thank you for listening to us and stay tuned for the next podcast of our Art Podcast.
project is carried out thanks to the financial support of the European program Erasmus Plus K Action 2 Capacity Building in the Field of Youth.